My name is Loïc Beurlet. I'm security officer at BCE, and together with my team, we are responsible for everything related to security, starting from governance, going over security operations, but also security advisory, internally and externally. In the European Union, around 30% of security incidents in 2023 have been related to ransomware. Around 20% have been related to data, meaning data exfiltration, breaches, leaks. However, what is changing is that attacks are becoming more and more industrialized, meaning that you can subscribe for service like ransomware as a service, phishing as a service, and you do not need to care about the technical details. Ransomware attacks are still prominent. As such, you have threat actors that extract data from your network, and then when they are done to silently do that, they will start to encrypt your data. That data, after it's encrypted, you're supposed to have a backup, so the recovery process should be easy. But on the other side, such data exfiltration often even goes unnoticed. Another prominent attack are phishing attacks. Nowadays you have more targeted, so spear phishing attacks, but you also have other types of attacks like, for example, QR phishing attacks, meaning that users receive a QR code via email, and when scanned, it is as if the user would have clicked on a link. Security hardening starts with proactive approaches, meaning we can have an architecture that is secure by design, we have a development that is following the best practices, but then you also have the operations point of view, for example with vulnerability scanning, patching, configuration changes, etc. Then there is the reactive approach, where you have an attack or a suspected attack, where you want to try to see what has been going on, what has been accomplished, and how can you now react to limit the scope of the attack, and as such, your monetary loss. You see, every attack, if it is a ransomware attack or another malware attack, is exploiting a certain vulnerability that is in a system. So fixing these in advance, before anything happens, is crucial. As the machine learning technology advances, threat actors also want to profit from this. So they use machine learning to generate phishing emails. But those kind of algorithms can also be used in malware itself. At the end, you have malware that is not obeying strictly by a pattern that you know in advance, but is rather evaluating the next step by step, by using machine learning. Traditional security approaches like stateful firewalls are, of course, extremely important, but they cannot limit the exposure to 100%. As a business, you can then also use such techniques and algorithms using machine learning to block such attacks. A human will always have a different view on the events and can then analyze the situation case by case, escalate if needed, or drop if we have a false positive. All the detections and signals from your different security tools should be gathered in one central place. That central place, the Security Operations Center, should then analyze with all the intelligence it can have if this is an attack or if it is a false positive. Let's talk about this at our booth at the Luxembourg Internet Days, the 7th and 8th of November.
Empowered together.